Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Neil Fox Show. My name is Neil Fox, and with me today are Tania and Erin of White Rose Books and More. Yes. And my question is, what is more?
We have all kinds of things that we sell. We partner with a lot of local artists and artisans that make like home goods or paintings or bookmarks, candles, soap. We have all kinds of things.
You want to focus on helping local artists.
Definitely.
Give back to the community in that way. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how did you guys get started in this business?
It was an act of resistance.
It was
Good.
active resistance. I had an online bookstore. I was selling used books online with like some other handmade goods that I do. And we were dealing with book banning in the county. We were both school librarians.
Both school librarians,
Yes.
really?
Yeah.
I was a high school librarian.
And
Oh, wow.
I was working in a middle school. And so we were dealing with some new laws in Florida that were changing the way we could do our jobs and dealing with district officials who were actively removing books out of students' hands.
Wow.
We were both pretty fed up and trying to figure out our exit plan. And Tania texted me one day and she said, I want to buy an old school bus and turn it into a banned book distribution service.
And take it to every football game.
Yes.
Take it to the football games, take it all over the state, get books back in kids' hands. And, you know, I had been talking to my husband that weekend about kind of expanding the online business to a brick and mortar. And I said, hey, what if we like paired up and we could do this together?
Put those books back in the kids' hands.
That's all we wanted.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so we opened 2 years ago, this month, kind of. Well, we moved in 2 years ago this
Happy
month.
birthday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been a journey.
That's
We're
amazing.
here. Yeah.
So what do you love most about your journey over the past 2 years? What's been the best part of it?
Putting books back in the hands of the community and just like kind of educating people about what's happening in Florida. So we have a very large banned book display in our store. It sparks a lot of attention when people walk in. They see like the danger tape and the little signs that kind of tell about each book and where they're banned and why. So it's sparked a lot of good conversation, I think.
And being able to reach schools that are outside of our district.
Yeah.
We've had amazing support from neighboring counties and even faraway counties like Palm Beach County. So we're very excited.
Yeah, we've had a good time supporting schools and librarians and teachers, and hopefully we're going to get to do some more of that soon. Yeah.
Amazing.
In a new way.
Okay, so now we come to the meat of the show, your book recommendations.
Our book recommendations.
Book recommendations, some banned books. I noticed you have some John Green books on your banned bookshelf.
Yes. Unfortunately, because he's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Grayson is one of my favorites. Good choice.
Yeah.
Mine is Paper Towns.
Good one.
Looking
Good one.
for Alaska. That's my favorite of his.
Oh, I need to read that one. I
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
read
it's
that
really
one yet.
Good. That one I had to take out of the hands of an 8th grader.
Really?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
They made me do it. And that was kind of what sparked this.
They made me do it.
They forced me to do it.
I may or may have not told the student that they didn't have to return the book.
Oh,
Because it
Will
was marked
neither
as lost.
confirm nor deny.
It was marked as lost. Let's keep it lost.
Right.
yeah. So that's my favorite of the John Green. We learned recently that the graphic adaptation of the Diary of Anne Frank has been taken out of Osceola School District and Orange as well.
And that's what left me speechless because I have never heard of anything so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
The Diary of Anne Frank should be in every child's hands.
Yes.
Exactly.
And in multiple ways to read it. Because
Right.
there's, people with disabilities. They can't physically read a book. They can listen to it. Or they need help with the language, so you have the graphic adaptation or whatever.
Even those visual learners, if you're a better visual learner than an auditory learner, you're going to like that graphic novel best. And it's all because of one page or 2 pages in the diary that she's talking about. She's imagining going through
a garden
with some women statues, and obviously she's talking about art and the whole book banning law, statute, whatever Florida lawmakers want to call it. It specifically says that if it has to do with art, it does not. It should not be banned. That is not what it's talking about. If it's biology, it should not be. That's not what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Only to titillate and excite. I'm sorry, but nothing about Anne Frank's story titillates and excites anybody.
No, certainly not.
So that they're going against their own rules. As you can tell, I'm fired up about this. I just found out about this today. So
a little more context. The state went into Hillsborough County and said, these books have been removed out of other counties in the state, and you must remove all the same ones from your libraries.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of parents that are very upset about this because they're like, it's our community, our kids deserve access to these books. So it's been a battle between the state, the district, and the community kind of for the past 4 months since May.
Right.
And as this has been happening, other districts are looking at what's happening. They're like, we don't want that to happen in our district, so we're just going to remove all these books. And it included the graphic adaptation.
But we saw this coming because when they first started changing the laws, one of the things that they wanted us to do was to have a list of books that we had weeded out.
Right, and that's the list they're talking about.
And we were like, nope, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We tried to fight it, and it just... Because
Florida.
I
mean, Florida.
Educators should make decisions about education.
Yeah. Not necessarily lawmakers who don't know anything about being in a classroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to LGBT kids.
Absolutely.
I'm an LGBT person myself, and it's so important to me that kids have access to that.
Exactly.
Of, something that I didn't have when I was a kid.
Right. Yeah.
And just to know...
This is normal.
Where it
There's
comes
other
from.
people like you.
Right.
They exist. They go through these same things you did.
Right.
That's...
It's important for kids to see themselves in books and to see their friends in books.
And learn about people that aren't like them.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, what do you know? Some people aren't like me. And that's fine.
That's okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's... LGBTQ literature is a huge target of these laws. It's a huge target of the organizations kind of behind the laws too, like the Heritage Foundation and Moms for Liberty.
1 million moms.
The Citizens Alliance.
Yeah, the Citizens. I can't remember. It's like Citizens Defending Freedom.
Yes.
Yeah, some freedoms for certain people.
Yeah.
So I recommend the graphic adaptation of Anne Frank.
Everyone should go out and buy it.
By John Green.
You should come to White Rose Books and buy it. Yes.
Absolutely.
The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know that one.
So
good. It is amazing.
Tell me all about it.
It is a story about this family that lives in the inner city, and she's going to a different high school because that's what her dad wants for her. She's like a scholarship kid in another high school. But she has her friends in the city, and it is, I think it's either the weekend or break, and she's with her childhood friend. Okay. And they're at a party. They leave the party, and they get stopped by the police.
Wow.
No reason. Right. There was no broken tail light, no expired license, no reason.
No one was speeding.
And he's asking, her friend's asking, what's going on? What did you stop me? Just normal questions.
Completely normal, right?
When he goes and he reaches down to get his hairbrush, they think it's a gun, or that's what they said, and they shoot him in front of her.
Oh my God.
And I was actually just talking to a former student who came into the bookstore, and we were talking about that book, and she goes, I had to stop reading it. I have to pick it up again. Wow. And I was like, why? And she goes, that happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Happened for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is an amazing book. And it's her struggle because her uncle's a police officer. So she's like, okay, not every police officer is bad.
Right.
However, we were unfairly targeted.
Right.
And it's hard for her because it's not known who was with him. So people are saying all these things, and she's in the middle of it, and some people know she's right in the middle of it, and some people don't.
Right.
So it's an amazing book.
And there's a lot of talk in that one about like the Black Lives Matter protests, and because the main character goes to like an all-white private school, pretty much. She's the only black girl there, so she really struggles with like identity. So there's a lot of like underlying great messages for, I think, everyone.
Yeah, like Dear Martin. Dear Martin is another one by Nick Stone. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it also has to do with Black Lives Matter, police shooting, and it's also this time it's a young man who goes to, he's one of the few black kids in this private school. He's a scholarship kid. He gets stopped by the police because his girlfriend, who's white, is passed out in the back of the car.
Right.
And he's trying to help her,
Sure.
and they think he's doing something to her, and he goes through all this rage and anger because like I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah,
and
anybody would feel that way.
Yeah, and then his mom was like, why don't you just channel that? Like, I don't want you to lose your scholarship. I don't want you to lose your future. Why don't you just channel that into doing what Reverend Martin Luther King did?
Sure.
And that's where the title comes from, Dear Martin, because he starts writing letters to Martin Luther King.
Wow.
So it's really good.
That's great.
What I loved about it is that I had teaching high school.
Yeah.
Kids are very open and they're very
emotional.
And they're very honest.
Yeah.
And one of my high schoolers was like, I don't read books, because we used to do book tastings and teachers used to bring the kids over. He's like, I don't read books. I'm like, just look at stuff, if you find something that's, that interests you, that's fine. And he picks up the book and he goes, this kid looks like me. And it was the cover of Dear Martin. I'm like, yeah, kind of does. And he goes, I'm taking this book.
It's important.
Yeah.
That's so powerful when people see themselves in the characters of the book.
Yeah.
Especially in a real person.
Absolutely.
So my next question is, what would you wish more people knew about indie bookstores and running an indie bookstore for anyone in our audience looking to start their own business?
It is
hard.
Such a hard. This is a hard industry. I think the running of a bookstore is so romanticized by people who love literature.
We did it. We romanticized it.
Yeah,
of course.
Absolutely. But in comparison to like other retail models, the margins on books are so low compared to that. So they're not as profitable. It's really hard to like keep up with your overhead if you're not right on top of your business model and like in the right community with the right supporters and hustling every day,
sending newsletters.
I mean, it's not like you open a bookstore and they come. Like there's,
it's not the field of dreams where if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, it's not like that. And with so much research out there now, especially, I think like in the last month, there's been some research that's been revealed that only 16% of Americans read for fun.
Really?
And that includes like newspapers and magazines. That's not just books. That's,
wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
16%. That is
so
sad.
that's a very small amount of, a customer base that's going to come in and support you regularly.
Right.
So I think, it's romanticized, and you have to be like very hardworking and willing not to take a paycheck and have a lot of support in other places to make it work.
Yeah.
Right.
And you want to give back. It's in Erin's and mine's case, we could have established ourselves pretty much anywhere. We decided to be downtown because we want it to be where both of our students, like we're smack in the middle of the county, so both of our students, student base and colleague base, that they could come and they could
get books.
Yeah, they could get books and support us, and we could support them.
Sure.
And we give discounts to teachers every day, and students, as long as they have their ID. So we're trying to give back to the community, and it's hard because you want to do what's best, like you want to help them, but you also want to be able to pay rent.
Right. That's important.
Yep. Yeah. So, there's different bookstore models, and I definitely would encourage people to do a lot of research and talk to current bookstore owners about their difficulties and about their accomplishments and how they've how they've conquered both.
we always recommend to our listeners to go and work in the place where you want to go.
Yes, absolutely.
Before you start your own business.
And I'll say this, I don't know of any bookstore owner that doesn't have a second job.
Really? Wow.
That I can think of at the moment.
Yep.
Wow.
We all have second jobs.
Everyone I know has a second job. So, yeah.
Well, and to finish up, if you could put one book in the hands of every person in the county, one book, what would it be?
I'm trying to think of what I would force people to read.
1984.
Ooh, good choice.
Or The Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah, I was going to say The Diary
And just out of spite, the graphic novel.
The graphic novel, just out of spite. That's great.
Yeah, the Diary of Anne Frank, I think, is so important. And it's hard to believe that there are people out there that don't believe the Holocaust was real.
I know.
That's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
My husband's Jewish, and he has family members that fled Europe during that time, and so it's just insane to me that people just
but it's not real.
It's not real.
No.
That never happened.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be the one. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of anything that's more important at the moment.
Because we don't want to repeat the same mistakes.
Exactly.
And
absolutely
yet we're
not.
doing it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are. Well, where can people find White Rose Books and More on the web?
So we're at whiterosebooksandmore.com, and we ship internationally, so anybody listening can order something from us and we'll ship it to them, or they can come in store and get it from us. We're also at White Rose Books and More on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure to check them out there. And thank you so much, Erin and Tania, for coming on the show.
Thank you for your time and for coming to visit us.
Absolutely.